Yo, welcome back. We are installing the LS1 4060 into the Cutmobile. So, let me just get you where I'm at. I told last video that the beginning of this video, this is already going to be made it to this, blah, blah, blah. But I didn't do that, because I wanted to show you something in here. We got the 4060. This is a 3200 stall, 32 or 35. I don't remember. One of the two. It's in the threes. Hayes converter, 10-inch converter. Expensive, above my pay grade. That is the rebuilt 40, or not rebuilt. That is the 4L60 from Summit Racing. I got my AN adapters in here before you put it in the car. Also put on the transmission mount before you put it in the car. Makes it a tad bit easier. So in here, if you guys remember, with the Cutlass I did, not the Cutlass, the Monte Carlo I did, a subscriber let me know ahead of time. He was like, hey, if you're going to use those knockoff Dirty Dingo slider mounts from Amazon, you need a spacer. So you need to also get the swap plates, which I'll show you those here in a second too. The swap plates that bolt to the engine, and then you bolt your original motor mounts to the swap plates. Well, what he told me I needed to do was bolt the swap plate onto the engine and then bolt the slider mount onto that, so that it's a spacer to keep the oil pan above the cross member. But this go around, I have the factory clamshell mounts, which apparently are like non-existent now, because I remember looking for the Monte Carlo and I couldn't find any. But luckily, these were what I took off of the engine, and as you can see, we are in the bolt hole. We are lined up. There is no clearance issues at all. It sits nice and high above the cross member. It is also, I might be able to bring it forward a tad. I have to see no, actually, I need to do that right now. I need to test fit the manifolds, or the headers. Okay. Let me do that. That way, because it kind of looks like I'm going to have transmission hitting right about there somewhere. But if I can move the engine forward a little bit, that might make that a little easier, the space between the back of the engine and the firewall, so the transmission doesn't hit anything. And then it might give me a little bit more room to possibly put the old drive shaft back in. The thing is, the transmission that was in this was a short tail turbo 350. So short tail turbo 350s, the tail shaft housing is short, and then there's a medium, and then there's me, a long. And this one had the short. So that means that this drive shaft is longer, meaning it might not fit because the 4L60 is longer. So they'll do this stuff and not mate, but we'll see. But yes, let me test fit the long tubes first, because in the instructions for long tubes and swaps, and most of the car swaps I've done with long tubes, you have to set the engine back an inch so it clears the cross member. So let me do that real quick, and I'll bring it back. I also gotta go get my little shit from school. Jeff, can't you drive? No, we suck. Okay, sorry. Captain Krusty coming through. Coming through. Guess that's it. All right. Obviously together. Time to go in. What I'm going to do is not bolt it in all the way when I get it down there, because I want to put in the header, or the driver's side header in, so that I don't have to go through a whole debacle trying to get it up in, because usually the driver's side, when you're running long tubes, you got to get the driver's side header in up from the bottom, and the passenger side always goes in from the top most of the time. So not all the time. That's how we're going to do it. Come here, Jeff. But yeah, pretty simple. Kind of wondering if I should clock Letitia in and hit the transmission tunnel. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, got that side. Clock out, Letitia. You did good, baby girl. Hold on. There we go. Ow. Probably shouldn't wear flip-flops. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I like it, so. Now I gotta get under the transmission and pick it up and put it on the cross member. Well, no. Okay. Oh, it looks like that. Looks like the cross member is going to have to go way back. What are you doing? It's not what I want. There we go. Okay, just slide on in there. Just slide on in there. With consent. Alright, you are not helping me like you're supposed to be. You're fired. Oh, now you wanna help? Now you wanna help me out? Baby girl. Let's try this again. Okay. Nope. So my transmission mount bolt holes are lined up directly on the cross member where it would mount up, but my motor mounts are way too forward. So, and I test fit this 3 different times on 3 different positions on the motor mounts, and where I have it right now, which is on the motor mount, you'll have, so say my finger is the bolt holes. You got 2 at the very front. This is the top of the motor mount, the swap plate, sorry. Actually, hold on, hold on. Okay, look at here. So you got 2 bolt holes, and then it goes over an inch. You got 2 bolt holes, and then it goes over an inch, and you got 2 bolt holes, and then so on. I'm at the, you got the first bolt hole here. I'm at the one right next to it. That's where my motor mounts are mounted, because that is the closest I can go to the K member or the cross member, the engine cradle member, that metal piece under the engine, without it hitting. That gives me the most space and brings it this way as close as much as it will go. So just, let's see. Lower it and kind of see what she does. No, that transmission's got to go way back. Yeah. What is going on? What in the world? Get out of here. Oh, like a glove. Oh, I gotta put the driver's side header on though. Not yet. Spoke too soon. There we go. Now the fun part. Please go in the hole. Please. My fingers hurt. No. Oh, goodness. Come on. Oh, Jeff, I'm gonna. Whew. Okay. Can you see me? How you doing? At least it's not 8,000 degrees outside today. It's only like 90. So it's basically fall. Come on. Ouch. I'm getting pissed off. I just want to punch something. First dog I see getting walked, I'm walking it. Finally. God. Sweaty and dirty and I can't get a grip. Not tightening these all the way. I just need these two in there to line up the other bolt holes. Bolt holes, not butt holes. What are you even thinking about? See if I can start this rear one. Come on. Can't. And I'm getting bit by mosquitoes and whew, I'm gonna have to hit stop on the recording and I'm just gonna start punching something. Just waiting for somebody to be walking their dog so I can. JK. Goodness. Yeah. And then, of course, my nose decides to itch in the middle of doing this. And mosquitoes. least they won't bite me inside my mouth. Where'd my wrench go? Come on, man. Oh. Okay, I'll bring y'all back when I'm ready to mount the engine. Okay, got the bolt holes lined up. Let me see if the original, the ones that came out, will go back in. T-shot. Lock in. There we go. For those of you that think doing this for 4,500 bucks, as in 4,500 bucks you pay me to do all this for you, get it running, driving, do you think that's too much? Have at it. Do it yourself. See how much fun you have. Just a grand old time. Tisha. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, oh my goodness. I got my butt whooped, if you can't tell. But we got it in there. Bolt in, header in. Got all the bolts started. For the cross member, so this already had cross member needed. So this is the aftermarket one. It has these cutouts so that your exhaust can sit up higher. I got the transmission mount bolted in, 2 bolts. Here, I had to scoot it a bolt hole over and mount it so that it would come back an inch to line up with the transmission mount. And I did that on that side too. But bolted, I just haven't tightened anything. But that bolt is in, transmission is mounted. I went ahead and stuck the drive shaft in, and it is definitely way too long. It is bottomed out, pushed in all the way at the transmission tail shaft. Let me show you here if I can do it with 2 hands. That drive shaft is it's not focusing. Focus. The drive shaft is way too long, as you can tell. So I'm gonna have to measure. It basically looks like it's gonna have, oh my goodness. So if I pull it out a little bit, or never mind, we'll just pull it out all the way. It looks like it's gonna have to go, it's gonna have to be shortened. Oh my goodness. You piece of junk. It's gonna have to be shortened like 2 inches, but nowhere around here where I live will it get shortened. Just have to get a whole new drive shaft, because around here the prices are past insane to get drive shaft work done. So yeah, but we are in. I don't have much to say. I'm cooked. But engine, transmission are in. I'm gonna just set some valve covers on it, because I'm gonna put it in the driveway. Everything else, I got accessory brackets. Oh, hold on. That's better. Accessory brackets. Got the whole accessory setup ready, or here, ready to go. Intake, fuel line. Oh, the fuel tank just arrived today, so we can do fuel system next. I think I'm going to attempt to run from the factory fuel line right there and see how I can route it. I just, with the power steering pump going right there, I don't know how, because I would have to route it way up here. I mean, I probably could figure it out, but that way I can run the hard line from the back all the way to the front, and then just line here to the intake, and then right there where it needs to connect to the end of the fuel pump hose, or the fuel pump line coming out of the tank. But that was not fun. If you made it all the way through, I'm cooked, chat. I'm cooked. Jeff, of course, didn't do anything. But yeah, so fuel system next, and then we'll put together the engine, the rest of the engine, where we need to just get it to pop it off and running. I will be able to hook up the exhaust pipe to the exhaust system that was already there. All I need is a piece to connect the two, which is basically a 3-inch to 2.5 inch. This looks like 2.5 inch. Yeah, 3-inch, 2.5 inch on both sides, and then use a band clamp. Oh, my back. To connect those. But yeah, okay, that's enough. I will see you guys on the next video that hopefully isn't as rough for me. So like, subscribe, comment. Peace up, A-Town Town.